I'm Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I have a question today from Phil. And he asks regarding my Markee Dragon game codes company, as opposed to the former company that I was at, Shattered Crystal, and why I chose to get into the market again, and what I'm going to do to make my company stand out above, Shattered Crystal. And so basically, I'll start out by saying that Shattered Crystal is a fine company, and that if you enjoy using their service and everything, that you should continue to do so. And so I basically, though, I am no longer there, and that wasn't by my choice. It was through a change in marital status that my ex-wife ended up with the company, and I ended up without it. And but I kept Markee Dragon, and I wish to remain in the same marketplace of selling game codes. So basically, I am in competition with my former company now. And so, if you need game codes, you know where to go. There's a link below to markeedragon.com. So, basically, what am I going to do to stand above, let's just say, all the competition, not anyone in particular? And basically, here's my theory. One is that I really believe in video games and in this market, and I believe that people need a choice of not having to buy their games directly from the game publisher if they don't want to, or from a big retailer. That I believe there's room in the market for choice for someone like us who can provide those game codes in a different fashion than what's being provided in other places. Now, I also believe that there's a lot of you out there who, for whatever reason, don't have access to the store to get it. A friend of mine, Ramirez, which you guys may remember from the old Markee Dragon days, he was one of the administrators, and he was one of the original people back in, he was one of the very first people I met in Ultima Online. And he travels the world. And he happens to, I believe he works on the internet, and so any place he can get an internet connection, he can live. And so he travels all over the world. And one of the things that he was telling me last night was that basically he's in South Korea right now, but he also travels a lot to Europe, and he's wanting to buy Guild Wars 2. Well, Guild Wars 2, he found out that the whole Asia market is lumped in with the US market, but the European market is a different marketplace, and they actually block you from connecting to the US servers when you're in the European market. And so, he was trying to look for creative solutions for that. Well, one of the solutions that Markee Dragon provides is that we will be selling the American version of Guild Wars 2. And so whatever regions that works in, and we'll sell it to you even if you're in Europe, and I imagine that you guys will have to proxy in or something like that. I don't know if that's a violation of the terms of service of the game or anything. It is in a couple of games I know of to proxy in, but I don't see why they would do that, because another group that we serve a lot is the military. And military, they're stationed all over the place. Every couple of years, you're moving. And so you might be in the United States, you might be in Europe, you might be in, actually South Korea is one of the big places, Japan is one of the big places. There's a military presence all over the place, and these different regions, they want to play consistently, and because they may play like World of Warcraft. I mean, how many years? It came out in 2004, 2005, and how many years now has it been that people are still playing it? And as of recording this right now, it's 2012. So, we're at 7, maybe 8 years. And if you're military in that time, you've been probably to 4 or 5 different locations. And so you want to be able to continue to play on the same server. It would so suck to have to go to European server while you're in Europe or whatnot. So I think a lot of the game companies realize this, but we realize that you can't get a copy of the game over there for the US servers. So this is something that we provide. Now, this is kind of the above and beyond of the dynamics of this. But another thing that I'm doing differently this time is that we're focusing on just a few games. And so we're trying out some games. Like we've been trying Diablo 3. And I can tell you that when we sell the rest of the stock, we're turning Diablo 3 off. And I don't know if this is going to come out before or after this video come out before or after that happens. But it hasn't been the kind of sales that we want, and I haven't been able to support the game really well. It doesn't have a longer life like some of the other games, like some of the MMOs. I can tell you that we support EVE Online, and that one is working out really well for us, and we're going to continue to support that. In fact, I may even bring in support of other, of doing other video content specifically toward EVE Online. And this is one of the things that these videos are also something else that nobody else does in this game space, is to actually interact with customers and interact with you viewers and everything about the different things that are needed and wanted. And the game code sales help fund these videos. And I hope that one day these videos will actually earn enough on their own that it just pays for itself. But this is another one of those things that we do to just be a little bit better. And we don't have to be leaps and bounds better than our competition. We only have to be 1% better than our competition. And that's all that's required to stay on top. And so, I do reach a lot higher on a lot of things. But, as long as we're at 1% better, I'm fine with that. Because we're still the best in the market. Now, another thing that is really fanatical about our company, we believe that the customer comes first. And so while we have to sometimes turn down new customers, we believe that every bit of attention that we pay to every customer to make sure that they have a good experience is worth it in the end. And so we've even gone as far as someone having troubles making a purchase, that we call them and walk them through the purchase process. Then at that point, too, I'm analyzing. What is it about the purchase process that they got hung up on? Is that something on our end? Is that something that we can change? How can we make it easier? The other thing is that I've been thinking about lately that will help make us better is tools. Some of these games, like EVE as an example, there are all kinds of things that people who buy the EVE timecodes do with them. They apply them to their account for game time. They turn them into ISK in the game by auctioning them off. And what if some tools could be created to help facilitate the management of that? I think that wouldn't cost very much, and it's something that I'm investigating right now. So we believe that basically doing the best that we can for our customers and providing them exactly what's needed and wanted, and that's how we'll be better. It's more expensive to do that, most definitely. One of the reasons why some of the big game companies are so sucky at customer service is because of how much it costs. And we try and be as good at customer service as possible, and we'll continue to do so. In my previous company, I had the opportunity to outsource our call center to someplace like India. And employees are the biggest reoccurring expense, typically, the wages. And I could have cut the wages significantly by outsourcing customer service. But do I believe that I get a good customer service experience when I call for help and the person doesn't hardly speak English. I mean, that's a problem. And now we support German and English primarily, but Alexandra, who works with me on this, she also is fluent in German. And when we hire on more people, we will be making sure that they support different languages, and that way we can give people as much support as possible. Now, most all of our customers speak English, even if they're German, because English is taught in the schools over there and everything. But it is, if we can be just that little bit better, that's what we do. And so how do we differentiate ourselves? Well, I can tell you this, there's a lot of other game code sellers out there. There's a lot of them that are fly-by-night, but a lot of them that we basically see that just come up, they sell the basic products, and then they disappear. And we decided that we are actually, we're testing a few things, but you guys may think this is crazy. We're killing Diablo 3 as soon as we run out of stock. We're killing World of Warcraft as soon as we run out of stock. We're killing Sony games as soon as we run out of stock. We're going to focus right now on EVE Online, on Link Realms, which is, we're the only reseller for Link Realms. And I'm going to try some stuff with World of Tanks, and that's because I have a big following for World of Tanks videos. So we're going to continue supporting World of Tanks, and then we have some other game publishers that we're trying some new things, and if they work out, great, we'll support them. If they don't work out, we'll try them for a little bit, and then they'll be gone from the lineup. And we have some big MMOs. I mean, in fact, I can tell you that in the future we will be offering more than just game codes. In the future, we will be offering middleman services. Now, don't get all excited, because those middleman services will be 100% legit, working with the game publishers. I already know this is going to happen. We're already building it. So, something to look forward to in the future. And in fact, if you go back in my videos, back to when I announced that we were no longer going to do anything that violated the terms of service in any videos, then you'll see that I talked about my vision being legitimizing the RMT market, and we are doing that. This is greater than, this has been 2.5 years since I made that announcement that that's what we were going to do, and so far what's happened is, like Diablo 3, they legitimized RMT. They have player-to-player transactions. And there's some other games that I've consulted on that have done some of this, and then we have some games coming up that I will be very much so directly involved with. Not only designing the operations for how the player-to-player transactions will work, but then providing all of the operations for that as well. So basically, those decisions I made way back when are paying off. And that is part of what will differentiate us from the competition, and offering services that nobody else does, and working closely with game publishers, and listening to both game publishers and the customers, and providing what's needed in the middle. So thanks for the question. It's not necessarily related to all the game stuff that I talk about, but it's what we do. And if you check out the link below from MarkeeDragon.com. If there's any games there that you are currently buying content for that we support, please buy from us. That's what helps fund these videos. I'm Markee Dragon. Take care. If you made it this far in the video, you may as well subscribe. That's what I want you to do. You obviously liked it well enough to watch it this far.
So look at this. This is Frostmourne. This is a Runes of Magic sword. This Runes of Magic sword is one that we're giving away as second prize to one of you subscribers, just for being subscribed. That's all you have to do. Subscribe and accept our messages, or watch our videos where we draw for prizes. So this one is it's a really nice sword. It's signed by some of the American staff for Runes of Magic. And then there's the big boy here. I got it on my shoulder because it's so darn heavy. You know, the sucker is 16 pounds. Look at this. So it's a two-handed sword here, man. This is a beautiful sword. And we're giving this away when we hit 42,500 subscribers. It could be you. So just subscribe. That's all you have to do. We'll do videos selecting the winners, and we'll send you a message in YouTube as long as you accept it. Just make sure you accept messages from us. To do that, put us on your contact list. And you just add Markee Dragon to your contact list, and then you'll be able to get messages from us, and you'll have 30 days to get back to us when we send you a message. Or if we can't message you, you'll just be on video, and you just gotta watch the video and then contact us. So anyway, if you made it this far, you really should subscribe, and I would appreciate it. So anyway, that's all.